Hey there and welcome. So, you want to learn how to type in Bengali? Well, in this quick guide, we're going to break down how to use the most popular keyboard layout out there, Bijoy. Let's just dive right in. You're ready to start typing in that beautiful Bengali script on your computer, but maybe you're not quite sure where to begin? Perfect. You are in exactly the right place. Over the next few minutes, we're going to master the Bijoy keyboard layout together. And trust me, it's way more logical than you might think. By the end of this, you'll be typing with confidence. So let's start with the absolute basics. Okay, first things first. We have to learn the building blocks of the language, right? So let's start with the vowels, or as they're called in Bengali, the Shoral Vorno. Check this out. See the pattern here right away? For A, you press Shift plus F. Now to get its long form, A, you just add the G key right before it, G plus F. The same logic just keeps going down the list. E is on the D key, and E is, you guessed it, G plus D. U is on S, so U is G plus S. So just think of the G key as your long vowel maker. Simple as that. And yep, that pattern just keeps on rolling with the rest of the vowels. You can see that G key working its magic again. A is on the C key, but to get Oi, you simply press G plus C. Once you see that little trick, it makes it so much easier to remember. All right, vowels, check. Now let's move on to the second core component, the consonants, or the Bienjen Borno. Here we go. For this first group of consonants, a brand new pattern emerges, and it's a super simple one. Ka is on the J key. Its aspirated form, ka, is simply Shift plus J. Same deal for ga on the O key, and ga is Shift plus O. The Shift key is going to be your best friend for these aspirated sounds. And that same rule just keeps on going here. Cha is on Y, so its aspirated form, cha, is just Shift Y. Ja is on U, so cha is Shift U. Seriously, once you grasp this simple Shift key logic, you've already learned a huge chunk of the keyboard. The pattern holds true for this next set as well. You've got da on the E key, making da Shift E. Same thing with the on K and ta on Shift K. We're just breaking these into small, bite-sized chunks, so it's easier to absorb all the mappings. Next up, we have da on L, which makes dha, Shift plus L. Pa on R becomes fa with Shift plus R, and ba on H becomes bha with Shift plus H. It's a really consistent system, which is great news for us. You're doing great. Okay, here are a few more to add to your arsenal. Ma is on M, ya is on W, and ra is on V. Now, this set introduces a few unique combinations to memorize. La is Shift plus V, sha is Shift plus M, and sha is Shift plus N. And here we have the final consonants. But hang on, pay close attention to the very last one on this list. Th or kondoto. What key is that? It's the G key, the same key we used for long vowels. This is a huge clue for what's coming up next. Okay, this right here is the most important part of our whole guide. We're about to unlock the secret to typing combined letters, or juktokor. These are the conjunct characters that are absolutely essential to writing Bengali correctly. So what even is a juktokor? Well, it's really just when you squish two or more consonants together to form one brand new character. And to do this, you need a special key that basically acts like glue, a linker key. And that magic linker key is the G key. This is the single most important rule to remember. The G key, which we also saw with some vowels, is the key that connects every single consonant to another. It's the key to everything. The formula is a super simple three-step process that works every single time. It's just type the first consonant, press the G linker key, then type the second consonant. That's it. Consonant, G, consonant. Let's look at a couple of common examples. To type the conjunct kta, the formula is J for ka, then our G linker, then K for tha. For the complex character ksha, it's J for ka, the G linker, and then Shift plus N for sha. It's that same consistent formula every time. Let's walk through a real word vigyan, which means science. We start with b on the H key. The I vowel sound comes from D. Now for the conjunct, gyan. We just use the formula. Ja is U, then our magic linker G, then ya, which is Shift plus I. To finish the word, we add the S sound with F and N with B. And there you have it, Vigyan. See? You just did it. So to quickly summarize everything we've just learned, remember that G helps create long vowels. Shift is your key for most of those aspirated consonants, and most importantly, the G key is the universal linker for all conjuncts, using that simple formula, consonant plus G plus consonant. You now have all the fundamental rules to type anything you want in Bengali using the Bijoy keyboard. The patterns are there, the logic is simple, and the power is right at your fingertips. So the only question left is, what are you going to write first?